Hello everyone. I'm going to take a departure from the talking about spirituality to talk about one of my favorite video game franchises, Final Fantasy. And I was just watching a video by Chibi Neko, the top 14 most despised Final Fantasy characters. Love the video. Absolutely found it hilarious and entertaining. And I love this question that she poses, and that is, why do males love the cutesy type characters such as Rikku and Vanille? In particular, those two. Now, I apologize for the printouts, making this on my iPad, and I haven't figured out how to put images up, or I just can't be bothered. So, to answer your question, Chibi Neko, why guys love these characters, it's really got more to do with psychology than how they personally look. And let me explain. This character, Lulu, is from the same game as Rikku. And the one thing I found is that, now when I played Final Fantasy X, I was 19. I'm 32 now. And I didn't really gravitate towards any of the female cast for several reasons. Rikku was too young. Yuna was too, well, very weird. The voice acting for Yuna was very monotone and very creepy, I found. And I don't want to say it, but Lulu was just a bitch. And that's the answer. Characters like Rikku and Vanille barely have any bitchy moments, as opposed to the dark, brooding characters who do. Now, let's just apply this to real life. What are you more attracted to in terms of people? Not just romantic interests, but in terms of friends. You are naturally attracted to more bright, affable personalities that I'm not going to snark at you. Now, I can be very snarky in my time, but the thing I've learned about being dark and snarky is that when you do it, you have to be funny. And Lulu can be funny, but she also has moments where she just gives other characters such a hard time, particularly Waka. Like, she's just tearing into this guy, and I'm like, whoa, this woman's a bit of a psycho. Now, so really, that's it. I mean, again, actually, I got a good real life example. When I was at college, there were these two girls that I hung out with. One of them actually was an aspiring model, extremely attractive. The other was far more average looking, and slightly overweight. Most shallow guys would not give her a second thought. Which one do you think that I was more attracted to? Believe it or not, it was not the model. The model was extremely bitchy. She was extremely angry 24/7. She always had a problem with someone. And that's the thing. If you always put on this persona or this idea that you always have a problem with someone, and you always are like this very snobby and very snarky, and you always have something negative to say, it doesn't matter what you look like. Guys are not going to be attracted to you. These two characters barely have any of those moments. If none or not any. So, if there's anything you can take away from this, it's that being a bit more happier, putting on a smile occasionally, and just having something nice to say actually increases your chances. And you're probably thinking, but, these characters are extremely cute and attractive. Well, so is she. And I got some other news for you. When it comes to physical attractiveness, guys are not that fussy. Believe me, we're not. Like, we like to say that we are, and yes, guys will always look at the attractive girl, but then they never approach her. They never try to talk to her. I mean, most guys, the most attractive thing you can do for a guy is to be into him and show that you are attracted. If you think that by being a bit snarky and a bit negative and playing hard to get will get you, attract the male you're looking for, it never works. Trust me, it never works. Like, I know this because I am a guy and I have guy friends, and we talk about this. We'll say, man, that woman is just so bitchy to us. Do you know why? And I'm like, no. And that's it. We don't go into a lot of depth about it. We just, as soon as we see the bitch, we don't ask ourselves, well, maybe there's some hidden depth. Maybe there are. But it's like, which would you rather? Try to find the hidden depths of someone who is bitchy towards you, or just hang out with someone who just wants to have fun. And really, that's the thing about Rikku and Vanille. They just want to have fun. I don't see them as potential characters that I'd want to start a relationship with. Oh, God, no. But if I had to choose who I'd rather hang out with, out of these three, I'm picking her. Because at least she'd be fun to be around. So, but on that note, as part of my conclusion, I got a message for all you guys out there. And you're going to hate me. You're going to hate me a lot. You're never going to find a character like her. Sorry, let me rephrase that. You're never going to find a woman like her, and you're never going to find a woman like her. Why? Because Chibi Neko says that these characters are also extremely ditzy, and that's the thing. These characters are ditzy, but they're also competent. Ditzy people in real life are not competent. They are incredibly stupid, and stupidity is my #1 turn-off. I don't go out with ditzy people. I may be attracted to them initially, but once they show me the shallowness of their intelligence and their overall character, I want none of it. So, on that note, guys, maybe you should give that average girl a chance. You never know, it could lead to something far greater than any video game could ever produce. And on that note, thank you for listening.